Latest news from the Vatican reveals what many are calling one of the most inexplicable events in the recent history of the Holy See. A series of mysterious letters is reportedly throwing the most reserved circles of the Apostolic Palace into chaos. According to curious sources, Pope Leo X recently received a letter that appeared mysteriously in his private study, a missive that no one, absolutely no one, admits to having delivered. The most unsettling detail is the signature. It bears the name of Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, one of the Pope's closest advisors. Yet, the Philippine prelate categorically denies ever writing it. Despite his denial, graphology experts confirm the handwriting, the ink, and even the style matches perfectly. Tagle has sworn before the crucifix that he never touched that paper. Are we facing a case of perfect forgery, or something that escapes all rational logic? Internal sources reveal the letter was sealed with an ancient symbol unseen in Vatican documents for over a century, the signum renunciis, the seal of renunciation. Historically, this mark was used only by clerics who, for the gravest reasons of conscience, were abandoning their office. This detail opens haunting questions. Is someone announcing a resignation? And if so, whose? The content of the letter is brief but devastating in its intensity. It speaks of an unbearable weight, an obedience that can no longer hold, and a truth that must emerge even at the cost of breaking centuries of silence. It concludes with a cryptic phrase terrifying Vatican experts: "Do not seek me until the 7th hour is past." If you believe the truth must be brought to light, please click the like button and subscribe. Your support helps us document these divine mysteries that the world often tries to hide. Theologians consulted by the Holy Father suggest the 7th hour refers to the nona hour of monastic tradition, the moment of conclusion, symbolic death, and passage. But passage toward what? Despite a full internal investigation and frame-by-frame analysis of security cameras, there is no trace of an intruder. It is as if the letter materialized out of thin air. Just as the Vatican was reeling from the first letter, a second shockwave hit a few days later. This time, the delivery was even more theatrical. A small silver box left anonymously at the bronze door, the main entrance to the Apostolic Palace. Inside was an ancient, oxidized crucifix and another sheet of paper bearing the same handwriting and the same chilling seal. The message was shorter, yet even more bone-chilling. Do not fear the 7th hour. Fear what comes after. This situation is entirely without precedent. Internal sources describe a climate of mounting tension within the sacred walls. Nightly meetings are taking place between Pope Leo X and his inner circle, alongside urgent consultations with experts in ancient manuscripts. While some in the curious suspect a sophisticated plot to destabilize the papacy, others are openly speaking of a divine sign, a manifestation that transcends human understanding. In this moment of deep uncertainty, we are reminded of the Lord's words in the Holy Scriptures. For there is not anything secret that shall not be made manifest, nor hidden that shall not be known and come abroad. Luke 8, verse 17, Due Reams. As the mystery deepened, the unthinkable happened. The cardinal whose hand supposedly wrote these letters, Luis Antonio Tagle, has vanished into thin air. On a Wednesday night, his room in the Vatican residence was found empty. His window was open and his clothes were folded neatly on the chair, with no sign of a struggle. On his table lay a single object, a small notebook open to a page with words written in his own hand. "If I do not return by the 7th hour, do not weep for me. Seek the seal that speaks in reverse." If you are following this mystery and wish to join us in seeking the truth behind these events, please write "Amen" in the comments below. Swiss guards have searched every corner of the Vatican, but no trace of the Philippine cardinal has been found. As speculation grows about his voluntary withdrawal or something far darker, a physical mark has appeared that defies the laws of nature. The morning Cardinal Tagle's disappearance was discovered, an even more terrifying detail emerged in the courtyard of San Damaso. A symbol had appeared in the fountain, a symbol that absolutely was not there the evening before. Carved deeply into the stone, as if it had been sculpted centuries ago, was the sign of a cross surrounded by 12 points, the exact same symbol found on mysterious letters. Beneath the cross, a Latin phrase was etched with millimetric precision. The shepherd cannot lead until he descends into the silence of the vault. Pope Leo X immediately summoned an extraordinary meeting with 12 cardinals from every continent. The tension in the room was palpable. During that meeting, something totally unexpected occurred. Father Cesario Palma, a papal theologian and one of the most rational men in the Curia, spoke with a trembling voice. He confessed that he, too, had found a note on his desk in that same mysterious handwriting. The note contained a single revelation. You will find the truth under the silence of the vault. Accompanied by Sister Miriam, the pontifical archivist, Father Cesario descended into the depths of St. Peter's Basilica, into the secret apostolic archives, specifically to the sealed section known as the Vault of Silence. There, they made a shocking discovery. The ancient seal of renunciation, which had been kept in a locked case for decades, showed traces of fresh wax. Someone had used it recently to seal those letters. But how? Only the Pope and the General Archivist hold the keys to that room, and neither had entered in weeks. This supernatural occurrence reminds us of the strength promised to those who seek God's truth. He shall call upon me, and I will hear him. I am with him in tribulation. I will deliver him, and I will glorify him. Psalm 90, verse 15, Douay Rheims. On the wall of the Vault of Silence, another message had appeared in dark ink. Vox in tenebris, the voice in the darkness. The question is no longer whether something is happening, but what exactly is unfolding within the heart of the Vatican. Is this a divine message meant to shake the Church to its core, or are we witnessing a spiritual deception of unimaginable proportion? NS. Rumors within the Curia have begun to circulate regarding a silent conflict between Pope Leo X and Cardinal Tagle. Sources are careful to specify that this is not a personal feud, but a spiritual confrontation between two distinct visions of the Church's future. On one side stands the Pope, the guardian of tradition, order, and the ecclesiastical structure. On the other is Tagle, who in his writings has frequently called for a church that returns to evangelical poverty, a church that strips itself of worldly power to find its true essence. Amidst this internal debate, a bombshell revelation has hit the Holy See. Cardinal Montalvo, a French prelate, recently delivered a new letter to the Pope. He found it hidden within the archives of the Second Vatican Council, tucked between documents from the 1960s. Yet, the detail that makes the blood run cold is that the paper is recent, and the ink is still fresh. The message on that sheet literally froze the Holy Father's blood. The 8th hour will not be written. It will be chose. And as the shadows lengthen over St. Peter's Square, we must recall the warning of the apostle. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light, for all that is made manifest is light. Ephesians 5, verse 13, Douay Rheims. 7 hours have already passed. Only one remains. No one knows what will occur when that final hour arrives. If you are standing in prayer with the church during this time of trial, please like this video and share it with your parish community. In a move without precedent in the recent history of the Vatican, Pope Leo X has decided to act with total transparency. Faced with mystery that has no earthly explanation, he ordered that the letters be made public and exposed to the light of the sun so that every member of the faithful could see and judge for themselves. Sources present at the decision report the Pope's powerful words, "The Church has no secrets that must fear the light." This decision led to an episode that has left the entire world speechless. Pope Leo X appeared at the window of the Apostolic Palace before an immense crowd gathered in St. Peter's Square. He did not speak in riddles. He showed the letters and told the public exactly what had happened, hiding nothing. He placed the letters on the balcony railing, in full view of thousands of people and global news cameras. Then, something incredible happened. Eyewitnesses report that at that precise moment, a sudden and warm wind arose, completely unexplainable for the current season. The letters were lifted from the balcony. swirling into the air like white doves, and literally vanish into the Roman sky under the astonished gaze of the crowd. This event echoes the miraculous interventions recorded in the Holy Scriptures. The wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh, and whither it goeth. So is every one that is born of the Spirit. John 3, verse 8, Douay Rheims. While some label this a miracle and others a natural phenomenon, the mystery reached a new turning point just minutes ago. If you believe that God still speaks through signs and wonders today, type "I believe" in the comments. Your faith is a light in these confusing times. Reports indicate that Cardinal Tagle has reappeared. He is silent, physically exhausted, but alive. However, the details of his return and his subsequent meeting with the Pope are as mysterious as his disappearance. Cardinal Tagle has returned as mysteriously as he vanished. D. He appeared silent and physically drained, bearing the marks of profound ordeal, yet he is alive. Immediately upon his return, he was ushered into a meeting with Pope Leo, the tent behind strictly closed door. S. No one knows the specifics of their conversation, but witnesses who saw them emerging from the encounter report a sight that shook the Vatican staff. Both the Pope and the Cardinal had tears in their eyes. It was as if they had just shared a burden impossible for any human to carry alone. E. The Vatican press office has remained unusually quiet, offering no official statements on the matter. Yet analysts argue that this silence is more eloquent than 1,000 words. The Church is holding its breath, waiting for the 8th hour, waiting for a final sig. N. In St. Peter's Square, a spontaneous vigil has begun. Hundreds of faithful have gathered to pray, many holding candles, some weeping, others reciting the rosary in a collective, hushed tone. This is one of the most delicate moments in recent ecclesiastical history, touching on something far deeper than finances or scandal. S. It is a moment that tests the very foundation of faith, as spoken of in the Word of God. Be still, and see that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations, and I will be exalted in the earth. Psalm 45, verse 11, Douay Rheims. S. The message of these mysterious letters seems directed not just at the hierarchy, but at every individual believer. It is a call to choose between power and love, between fear and hope. If you feel the weight of this call to prayer, please like this video and share it. We must remain united as the final hour approaches. As the bells of St. Peter's toll in the Roman evening, a question hangs heavy in the air. What will happen when the 8th hour finally arrives? Are we ready to listen to what that voice, whoever it may be, still has to say? Why? The mystery of Pope Leo X and Cardinal Tagle is not just a tale of hidden letters or vanishing prelates. It is a divine ultimatum for our times. The message found in the archives of Vatican II, the 8th hour will not be written, it will be chosen, reveals that the future of the Church depends on our collective response to the true. H. We are living through a period that goes beyond mere scandal or structural crisis. It is a profound interrogation into the very nature of faith and spiritual power. R. As the faithful continue to pray in the square, holding their candles against the darkness, we must remember the promise of the Holy Ghost. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. John 8, verse 32, Douay Rheims. MS. This extraordinary journey is far from over. Every believer is now tasked with discerning the signs of the times, choosing between the comfort of the world and the stripping away of all that is not go. D. The letters may have vanished into the sky, but their echo remains in the hearts of those who seek the light. We will continue to follow this developing story with continuous updates as the 8th hour draws near. The choice is before us. LL. Comment Jesus is King below to declare your allegiance to the truth and to stay prepared for whatever the next hour brings. Click on the video appearing on your screen now.